Now we're recording. Now we are about to go live on the book, which would be cool, because then I could share that shit.
Oh no.
So, yeah, welcome to Terrorisk episode, who fucking knows? I think like 48 maybe, 49. I'm here today with Bo. How you doing today, Bo?
I'm alright. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's a pretty early day. This is a pretty early one for me. Sorry, I'm just kind of distracted. I'm like trying to find it on the page and share it.
I'm absolutely distracted right now because I am, as usual, going through my cursed laptop full of memories.
All right, cool. So let's. I'm just gonna see if anyone comments too. So
Oh
it's
God.
like, what?
I hope nobody comments. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Look at this one. Oh God, terrible.
Yeah. So we got Bo. Bo is I think is an artiste, right? Is that what you do?
I think so. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
more,
yeah.
more like an Amazon slave trying to leave now.
So what kind of art do you usually make? Is it like, do you like digital stuff? Are you a digital creator?
Oh, God, I don't want to be, but I feel like I have to now. But I'm usually like using traditional materials. Usually doing doodly abstract stuff, paint, markers, pencil, pen, stuff like that, crayon. I don't like pastels though. Pastels suck.
Okay, so how long have you been making art?
Since as long as I can remember, because when I was little, my mom used to just sit me in front of the TV and give me craft kits to do while she was
Fun.
doing stuff. So yeah, pretty much grew up with it.
Were either of your parents artists themselves?
Not artists per se. They both had their craft. My dad sings.
Yeah, that's
he's
cool.
an entertainer. He was running a karaoke podcast or some shit in China for a little bit.
Is he like a Gangnam Style type dude?
Oh, he's totally Gangnam Style. He was
Yeah.
so into Gangnam Style. He used to fucking play that song like at the buffets that we went to like on the weekends. In regards to the art thingy, my mom, to follow up on that, my mom also, she was a fashion designer. She kind of was raised learning how to do like sewing alteration stuff.
Okay.
So she just ended up going straight into the fashion industry when she came to the U.S. and she was a fashion designer for Oscar de la Renta. Yeah, so kind of arty, but not really. But I guess I'm trying to be more of that eventually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, fucking... Oh, yeah, thanks for coming on. You're the second girl to ever be on the podcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, not the first. I think the first was Victoria Brody. Victoria Brody.
Do I know Victoria?
I don't know, you might vaguely.
Oh.
But yeah, we're switching things up, you know. We got a lady on as a guest.
Hello.
So you mentioned you were an artist, but it's clear to a bunch of people that we also do music.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the music we've been making?
It's kind of fun. I'm glad that I finally hit you up on the offer, honestly.
Yeah.
It's been a while, and I feel like you've improved a lot, and that's great, because I think...
What's up?
Oh, thank you. I think this is going on a good direction.
Cool.
And I'm warming up to, like, finally getting stuff moving, so...
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just always wanted to do stuff with you because you were really good. I mean, clearly. I mean, I've seen you sing like many.
I mean, I wouldn't know about that.
I've seen you sing a lot, and yeah, you could definitely hold a note, and you could keep rhythm, and you could write new stuff, which is also very, very essential, and I appreciate those skills. And yeah, I feel like that's one of the reasons why our stuff works. I guess like I want to say that, you know, we've just been putting out stuff that's like only a couple minutes long. I wouldn't call those like fully complete songs, right? They're just like the beginnings, like the seeds of songs.
They're like the premature babies.
Yeah. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, Bo and I are starting a little music thing. I don't know if you could call it a band, maybe a group, a duo. Who knows?
I think I don't know. What is it? Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
a duo.
But yeah, we were also talking about like, you know, being open to the idea of introducing
Duo with collabs and features,
or just adding another member. But I don't know. That just like sounds so fucking complicated. Like,
yeah.
like just adding a whole other musician into the fucking mix. It just like it's also their time, their availability, and you know. But I don't know. I feel like if we just leave it at the two of us, it'll still be fine too. Cause like, it's not like I plan to do anything so crazy. Also, like I was kind of nervous when you suggested, you were like, oh yeah, you wanted to do a fucking Fleetwood Mac cover, and I was like, damn, it's a little more music than I'm used to doing.
It's not that bad. You don't have to do the music because like, technically.
No, so last night I looked up the chords, and it wasn't that bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just I feel like it's a lot more technical though for some weird reason, but like I feel like it's mostly the vocals.
There's also a lot. There's like fucking 3 verses in that fucking song. There's yeah, and then there's like a bunch of shit in between.
Like it would be like a legit cover if we were to do it.
I still like the idea of,
and I would still make parts for it. Like I do want to start doing that, like because I can't make full things and I don't have time to like compose shit and whatever and like pick out sounds and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be fine with just like making like little bits and pieces that we can like throw in there.
Wait, so you know, like if we actually got down to fucking actually producing one of these songs, like actually finishing it, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take fucking resources. It's gonna take energy, and like I'm gonna have to. And there's a lot of things about it we're gonna have to redo. So what I want to ask is, between the stuff we have now, like that you know of or could like actually remember, which one would you want to actually like make real first? Like which one of them do you think you'd want to do first?
Fuck. I was actually thinking about this earlier. Well, not earlier. Yeah, earlier this week.
Take your time, bro.
Let me pull up the YouTube because my memory is like really shitty and I don't want to like exclude any songs that we've done.
You could just go right to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
And yeah, just go to the channel content, the video list. They're all there.
Oh yeah, Circle Cat. Or Circle Cat. So if you want to look up the YouTube, you can look up Circle Cat. It's one word.
Yep. It's the name.
Oh shit.
But I guess I'm not stressing too much about promoting the shit because it's still like in its demo phases.
Honestly, I don't give a shit about promotion and stuff like that. I feel like as long as like we feel like we're making stuff and we're still satisfied with it,
yeah.
I personally think it's good because I'm so done looking for other people's approval.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay, 1, 2. There's 5 songs. 1 is a cover. I definitely want to do X1.
Click on videos.
Oh yeah. I keep on fucking forgetting that. Okay, so we have 6 songs. Definitely X1.
Okay, so we could do that. All right, so I just wanted to know because, like I said, it is gonna fucking take some time to like really just produce it, and
yeah.
But I think we could do it. We got it.
Mhm.
I got it.
Yeah, mostly he got it.
And also, as far as like recording the new vocals, I don't know. Maybe I'll think about like getting a new mic and shit. But you also, last time we talked about it, you said you weren't really like excited about like playing shows and shit, right?
Yeah, cause like I don't know what I would do like on stage really. Like I don't want to just sing. I want to be doing something else. Like I was thinking about like doing art stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And just like dancing around or like having the songs play like a karaoke thing and just like have like I'll sing along and when people want to sing along they can or some shit like that.
I think
something stupid.
I think you should commit to the exposure and just fucking do it. Just go like flat out, balls to the wall, and just like be the front man. Because like that's really what what actually is going to come down to. Like,
yeah, it is.
There's no way around that. And I mean, we could avoid playing live for sure and just keep producing like digital content. But I think if like, you know, say like we did keep aiming to make like good tracks and good songs, I mean, eventually those fucking, it's like there's going to be maybe a demand for it. Like even as a favor, someone close to us could be like, please, you know, perform for us. And we would just be like, I guess we kind of have to. In that case, we don't, you know, I mean, that moment might never come, but if it did,
dance, monkey, dance.
If it did, I mean, like that just it's a juicy part, you know. It's a juicy part of it. It's a good chunk.
Yeah, it's cute, I guess.
So I'd want to do it. I'd want to perform live.
I mean, eventually I would. I just gotta like, I don't know, take those supplements or whatever my climbing partner was talking about. I don't know.
Oh, you mean
Yeah, no, like the fucking Adderall alternative or supplement or whatever, fucking ashwagandha and L-theanine or whatever.
like nootropics type shit?
Yeah, something like that. But she
Damn.
said that like she personally gave me an experience. Like she told me her experience and it was like amazing. So
I
was
think
like,
honestly, I think if we just practiced the fucking songs and playing them and like
I just
actually
need to listen to them more because like I literally only listen to them like when you send me the link or your like link is up, and
yeah,
then like
that's fine.
I feel like I should listen to them a little bit more just so that I can like actually start like
Remembering them.
committing to memorizing the lyrics. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I'm always passively doing it, and like my memory is absolute shit now. But I feel like if I keep on listening to it, it'll be way easier for me in the long term.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
just
So I
practice.
gotta fucking do that.
So I think, like I said, I think if you actually committed and practiced to a set, if we practiced to a set,
Mm-hmm.
you would be more confident in it, and you wouldn't really give a shit about like performing it and
Yeah.
you know whatever.
It would
Cause
be like one of my like go-to karaoke songs or some shit like that, where I just like know everything and I can just like not look at the screen, like
yeah.
yeah.
So would you say you have more experience like doing karaoke than like actually like singing for bands? and
Yes,
stuff?
absolutely, but also because like I don't feel like I have to show off there, even though it like to people it kind of seems like I still am. Like I just kind of like it's probably the only place where I could actually feel like comfortable enough to like practice screaming or something like that.
Mhm.
Like that's kind of like the comfort level karaoke is for me. Like regardless of if it's a room or if it's a bar.
So you're not comfortable with the idea of being judged?
Yeah, I guess so. Or like I just like want to be like comfortable and like just like hang out with my friends really. Like I like want to be in like a like I want to be in a space where like I feel like it's okay to like I guess have those hiccups and stuff like that.
Okay.
And performing like on stage, it's like a little bit more different. Like in regards to singing, it's like you can't like fucking start screaming "Toxic" by Britney Spears like mid song. You know, like you actually have to like stay on track.
Yeah,
really.
because you're inviting people like to commit their time and stuff to see
It's
you.
like you can't damage control with sarcasm there. Like it's kind of like I don't know.
Like you're actually doing
I'm not
something.
ready. I'm not ready to be serious. I don't think I ever will completely be, but I will eventually have to put on that facade in order to do something beyond whatever the fuck this is.
What would you say is your biggest aversion to like, is it just because you don't want to be forced to play a role or something? It's like, is that really what it is? Just like you don't feel like you have the creative control in doing what you're doing?
I'm not exactly sure. I feel like I just don't. I don't know. It's kind of, I guess maybe it's kind of like how I used to photorealistically sketch things.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of was like, why am I spending my time making this art that, like, physically hurts me?
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm, like, just poring over this for hours on end when I can just, like, kind of, I don't know, just jazz it up, you know? Just kind of, like, do my own thing and, like, actually enjoy my time. So I feel like performing would be a lot, like, nerve-wracking to me, and because I'm like obviously so fucking anxious all the time, like it's probably because of that.
Do you ever give yourself deadlines to finish like a creative work or something?
I do, and then I like let it slide, which is bad. Like I literally need somebody to be like I need an accountability partner pretty much, and I'm trying to be accountable for myself in regards to scheduling things now. So I'm actually kind of I've just been like hitting people up to do that. Like that's why I like meet up with you every week.
I don't mean in terms of like scheduling. I mean in terms of like, you know, when you're doing a painting or something,
Yeah.
like how often do you give yourself a deadline? Like I have to finish this thing
art-wise,
by this.
Never.
Like,
Unless
never?
unless it's like a contest or like a project that's collaborative or something like that. It's just kind of like, oh, I'll finish this whatever. And a lot of the stuff that I deemed unfinished like years and years ago, like I'll whip it back out, like do a few more lines and just be like, hey, actually this is good.
Okay.
So it's just a random like it's just really random in regards to time for me. Like it's not linear in I guess that regard.
Have you ever had like any kind of deadline for creative work before?
What was the last time that happened? Oh, it was when I entered that contest to for the March bracket.
Cool. Yeah. I remember that.
For the beer glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really last minute. I didn't even prepare for it, honestly. Like, I took a photo of one of the works that I had recently finished, but I didn't think was complete.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured, oh, maybe if it gets on the glass, it'll be complete.
Yeah.
So it's just an option out there because I liked it. And I just took a photo of it. I cropped it into a square and photoshopped it onto a glass, and I was like, that's my submission pretty much.
Did you like it, how it came out?
I didn't really like it that much. I
Oh.
wanted some transparency to it, but I wanted to get something in. And since I've just been in such a funk, that was like one of the first submissions that I had done, like to get out of like the hole that I was in, really. So I I gave myself slack for that. And also I got like kicked out the first round, but I didn't know that it was I didn't know that it was like such a big of a bracket.
Yeah.
So I sort of thought that I did well, but like, yeah, I did because I like people voted for me and I won a few rounds. So like,
Cool.
That's good enough for me.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I was only asking because, I mean, I don't know if it's like this for anyone else. Like, I just know for me personally, right? It's not all the time, but a lot of the times, like, some kind of deadline can help. And I'm not even talking about,
Totally.
it's just like, it could be different for everyone. Like, oh, I got to get this beat or track out by the end of the month. But for me, it was like, I got to get this album out by the end of this year
Yeah.
or something. And then I would start from like, I don't know, 2 songs and like easily get it to like 10 songs or whatever. And that I would never have done that if it wasn't for the deadline that I gave myself,
Yeah.
So that's why I was just asking, maybe
No, I
it's
totally get that.
yeah. I mean, it is added pressure though. That's the caveat.
I've thought about that multiple times. Like, it's just kind of like, how do I like hold myself accountable for that, like personally?
Well, I mean, for me, all right, so the way I hold myself accountable, actually, it's just this, like, constant existential dread that I'll probably never shake off in my personal life.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I'm so, like, caught up, not even caught up, I still function normally, but I'm always, like, I always have this idea that, I don't believe in an afterlife. And I don't believe in like heaven or hell or even necessarily a God.
Yeah.
But I do believe in mortality. I believe that this life is all we get and that it's going to end. And we only have a limited amount of time. We're not getting any more time. We're just constantly losing it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's just plenty motivation for me to try to like complete as many things as I wanted to complete, as possible. And so that's my it's my general motivation.
The turning point for me was when my grandma passed last year, because that was a really big wake-up call for me, because I took up the task of going through all of her stuff.
Yeah.
So like everything that was left in her apartment was just my responsibility, pretty much.
Yeah.
So going through all that stuff made me realize that like once you're gone, like all of your unfinished projects, everything that you saved, everything that you intended to do, it's not going to mean shit to anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like you should put your stuff out before it's too late. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to like do now.
Yeah, some people never come to that realization until it's like too late. And that's the crazy part. And that's where you don't want to end up. But, it's also like, this is why it could be like a chain reaction for positive growth, because let's say this, like now you realize the importance of getting your shit out. That becomes like a personal mission to you.
Yeah.
Now you're not going to be able to do that until you set the right conditions for that to happen. And to set the right conditions is you got to have a balanced routine, going on in your life where certain spontaneity has to be sacrificed for like what you want to actually grow. And that could be like kind of sad because we're like, oh, but I like when things are exciting and unplanned and not adhering to any kind of rigid structure. But then, you kind of get older and you realize you're more in control of your rigid structure than you realize. Not all structure is bad. Some structure could be liberating.
It's like I'm pretty much like parenting myself right now, because it's like, yeah, you like this thing, but should you really have more of this? Or like you kind of like have to regulate, like, I guess, things even though they're indulgent and you like them.
Oh, hells yeah.
Yeah, so like at this point I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is bad for you. You should probably fucking stop. Like,
yeah, man. Absolutely, 100% agree. And so I guess it's like it's just so fucked up, because it's like if only there was like one simple answer for like how how to not fuck your fuck your whole life up, but like the truth is like it has to be like a bunch of shit just aligned properly, and that takes like a lot of work.
That shit never works, man. Like it's like you can always get so fucking close, but you can like honestly never get there. There's always going to be an issue with your life regardless of where you are. Like if you're like I mean even like celebrities and like fucking multi-million billion people, like they all have problems.
Yeah.
It just never goes away, and people keep on getting divorced and they're celebs. Like, it's just everything. It'll happen. It's just a matter of I don't know, whatever the cards or the stars are.
Okay.
Sorry, Ramble.
How would you feel if this is gonna be a random question? How would you feel if like within the next 2 years, China just randomly invaded Taiwan as like a country and decided we're gonna take it?
I'd be like, oh, boo, because like the whole Hong Kong thing and stuff, and I'm just kind of like, grr, about that.
All right,
But
I'd be pretty scared. I'd be
yeah,
like,
I would like. I mean, America's fucking shit now, so it's kind of like every country is watching. The rest of the world is just watching, waiting for us to just fucking explode or implode or whatever. Like,
if America imploded, would you leave?
I'd be dead. Hopefully, I don't know. No, I would probably go to Hong Kong. I have a citizenship there. I just need to update my shit, pretty much.
I don't know where I would go. I'll probably stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, for me, I feel like I would go to Hong Kong just to like, because they have this whole art thing going on now. They have an art scene now. They have M Plus Museum, and that's like the Louvre.
For sure. Yo, I definitely got to fucking pump more tracks out because I don't know. It's just I'm definitely not like. I've only gotten better from like actually completing shit. I've never gotten better from like constantly dragging out projects and like just, you know, leaving it and constantly fucking with it and going like 2 steps forward and 2 steps back like over and over again. Never.
Yeah.
It never works for me. It's not until like, you know what, this isn't quite as good as I imagined it would be, but I'll just say like fuck it, let's ship it. But the next one usually comes out better. You know, like even if it's like 1% better, it's still better.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because like I'm actually like there when I was packing yesterday at work, one of my old songs came up and I was like, maybe I should work on this next time. And it was like, actually I did post it a few weeks ago or something. Like I was just like, oh fuck, it's my alarm. Ah, this is when I usually wake up for work.
It's a very vanilla alarm.
Yeah, I know. I actually randomly like just like I scrolled and then I hit a thing.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like I didn't even look at the titles. I didn't listen to it. I was just like, all right, I have a new random ass alarm. I'm not going to expect it. That's it. Because I sleep through so many alarms because I get used to the sound, so I just do it randomly. Anyway, I was packing at work, and this song popped up, and I was like, hey, maybe I want to work on this, because it's, for the most part, like, it's mostly finished. I don't know why I, like, let it sit. I think it's, like, the way that I sang it, it wasn't workable.
Okay.
But I feel like if I were to play around with it a little bit, I would be able to like make it fit into stuff that we could make.
Yes, I agree.
So yeah, like that's what I've really been doing is trying to pick up the pieces that I just put down in the past, like maybe 10 years ago, and just like trying to fix them and finish them up.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we got about like I don't know, fucking 5, 6 songs. 5, 6 songs. I think. 2. I think we already have enough to like really just release shit. But I feel like if we did like a couple more, then we'd have more to like choose from, stuff that we actually like, you know, or like really like.
I know there's one like there's 2 songs that I feel like either could be like kind of like a weird intermission or like just don't use it or like fix the lyrics, which is that song.
Oh yeah, fucking dat ass.
That was so awkward for me to sing. TBH.
Well, I mean, hey, I didn't write the words. Okay, that wasn't my.
I just gave up that day. Like I would never, but I did.
No, it's fine. At least you put in the effort, and I probably wouldn't have come up with that shit anyway if I didn't really like.
I don't know. I feel like AI would be able to figure out my lyric structure just because I'm just like always sad lyricking all the time. Like if I like input like all of my lyrics into an AI engine, I was like, hey, make a song based off of this like string of text. Like they probably could.
What would you want to? Where would you want to like Do you have any ideas for the video, like for a first video, if you did have one?
It depends on the first song. It depends on the song that we pick, really. But
You chose X1.
we're gonna do X1. Then I'm probably gonna go through my cursed hard drive and go through the videos.
I mean, we could just make new shit. Like
I could, but I won't. I mean, I'll like throw in some new stuff.
I can make it.
I actually want to see if there's footage of Staten Island from the past, and then try to go back to those spots, and then do kind of like a back and forth kind of deal.
All right.
I feel like that would be interesting because this song was about. Oh wait, no, that would be in like Bay Ridge.
Because you know what else? Like,
would you want to do this in Bay Ridge, like near the bridge and stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Like where the park is.
I'll do it wherever the fuck you want, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm game.
Because this song specifically was about like my like best girlfriends or whatever, called the Twinkies, when we were in high school.
That's so bad, but okay.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
follow.
really funny because no, it was funny back then. You know, like high school was what, like 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago.
Sure. Yeah.
And yeah, like we called ourselves the Twinkies.
Nice.
Because it was two Asian chicks and then two Eastern European chicks.
Oh man.
So we just called ourselves the Twinkies, and we thought it was really funny.
Oh fuck. Okay. Moving on.
But yeah, I go down to Bay Ridge to like get footage of that if I can find footage of similar spots in that area there.
All right,
and then
that's
we
fine.
can turn that into a music video.
There has to be footage of you like singing the song, I guess. But like, I still got to do a little bit more research on making like a contemporary, conventional music video. But I'm also thinking like maybe we could just do also, instead of like a traditional music video, we could just film like live sets, but more advanced than what we
Me
were.
pressing a button is more advanced though. I gotta figure that out.
No, I mean like, I don't know. Maybe we could do a studio session. Like I would book a studio for like to film a studio session.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Actually, I don't know if my friend has still has the studio space. And maybe we can use. It's very nice. I don't know.
All right, cool, whatever. I don't know.
I don't
somewhere
know.
sick, somewhere cool, and with good vibes,
Yeah.
as you artists like to call it.
Fucking vibes, yeah. Oh man, when was the last time the vibes? Oh yeah, the Rhiannon cover. Yeah, the vibes were so off in the fucking Rhiannon cover. Best Coast.
The one that you didn't like?
Yeah, Best Coast did a cover of Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac, and it was just Best Coast and no Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Yeah. It just felt like she was like screaming the lyrics into her diary pretty much, but like there was no emotion behind it.
All right, fine.
So that's why I want to cover it.
Okay, I guess you got so offended by this
I'm
cover.
so
you just feel
offended by this
You
fucking
just feel you have to
song.
do it better?
And I used to love Best Coast so much. And like I was just like, fuck man. This is corny as hell.
Well, this is why I just don't listen to music. You know, like I told you this. I told everyone this. I, as a person who makes music, don't fucking listen to music. Fuck that shit. I'm not listening to music.
There was a period of time when I stopped listening to music, and I feel like I made more stuff back then. Like, you'd think that listening to music would inspire you, but like I don't know. Like I feel like for the most part, it's just kind of like there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like background noise to me at this point.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll tune in, sometimes, but most of the time I'm just like tuned out, staring at shit.
Yeah. Fuck listening to music. I'd much rather listen to NPR and podcasts, because when it comes down to, I don't know, making music, I don't like to be all cluttered and shit with ideas. I just like, at least not these days. I mean, cause like, I don't need it. I know what I like to make. But sometimes, you know, like I'll get the Amazon Music membership up, and you know, I'll get my money's worth.
Yeah.
Like in the car for some days, like I'll really see what like the algorithm has in store for me. I mean, I don't even like save my own playlists or anything. I just like, well, I pay for this service, might as well see what it could do for me. So I say like, it knows a couple of the songs I just looked up and wanted to listen to. So now I just set it to like my discovery, and it like gives me songs that it thinks. And sometimes like the suggestions are so fucking stupid, but that's my own fault because I listen to stupid shit sometimes, you know.
You did this to yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you this. If you like find like a super obscure song and then you like start a radio for it on Spotify, you get like the most random shit ever too. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like under like I don't know, like probably like 2K listeners or followers or whatever. And that's pretty cool for music discovery because you never know what's out there
Right.
when you do want to listen to music.
Right. Um, it's actually funny because for a while, like DJing really fucked up the way I consumed music because you know, like let's say I would get like booked for maybe to play a set, and you know, I wouldn't have any new music for like a long time, so
Yeah.
I'd have to be like, I'd have to go. At first, I used to go to some really sketchy websites and like hit like free downloads on new tracks that would give your computer like AIDS. Sometimes also I would go to Beatport and just buy tracks. That's what I do nowadays. I just go to Beatport. So like I'm basically just
I didn't even know Beatport still exists. I'm sorry.
I'm just given like a huge stacked list, and it's like all, and then I just like go through a bunch of them like over and over again and see which ones I like. And yeah, it's the one I fucking. Oh shit! Oh my god, the comments were blown up and I didn't even see.
Wait, really?
Yeah. At least I think so.
That's crazy, yo.
Oh, never mind.
Damn, I haven't thought of Beatport in so long because like I don't do that stuff. I do the visual art stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, damn, I haven't heard of Beatport in like probably, I don't know, probably like 5-6 years.
I like Beatport. Beatport's fine. Beatport's chill.
Word.
Yeah, cause they give you good stuff. Like it has to be up to standard quality wise. I mean, it's not like they're gonna fuck you over with like 129 kilobytes per second quality MP3
Yeah.
recordings or downloads, which sucks.
If you want.
Good looking, Brooklyn. Yeah, you're really coughing out a lung there.
Yeah, as usual. I have tiny lungs and I have asthma, but I like weed.
Yeah. How come you don't like consider eating it more often?
I have oral allergy to it apparently.
Oh. Okay.
So my tongue and like the roof of my mouth, like it gets like numb and poofy. Because of I guess the oil base.
Yeah.
Like it sticks and like, you know, like I don't know if you've ever experienced a really shitty vape, but like it like spits up back into your mouth and it coats
Clumps
your
up.
teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had that.
That, but like all over my mouth, but I'm having an allergic reaction, so I try to avoid it, which really sucks.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like I'm probably gonna switch back to flour soon because everything is getting extremely unregulated, and something like weed delivery is supposed to be convenient these days. I had to do 3 multiple replacement deliveries for one specific order.
On weed?
Yeah, it was because I ordered carts, cannellini, and flour. I didn't have any issue with the flour, obviously. I had moderate issue with the carts because they didn't work.
Okay.
And then the lean was so inconsistent. Oh my fucking god. It's literally like you drink, like you shake it up real good and then you drink it, nothing hits you. You take more and then you're like halfway through the bottle and then you're like, you know what, fuck it. You drink the entire thing and then you're just dead.
Are you a fan of lean?
I mean, I'm not really supposed to be drinking. I mean, I'm not a fan of lean. I mean, I shouldn't be a fan of lean.
All right. If you had to choose between lean or kratom, which would you go with?
Probably lean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kratom, I think kratom. I think it's kratom. I'm not sure. Anyway, kratom makes me nauseous.
All right.
I had a really weird experience where actually it was one of the first times I got like a full body rash. Like I think I was eating too many fucking shrimps and then I had kratom and oh my god, I had like a full blown body rash for like 2-3 weeks and I didn't know if it was the shrimp or the kratom.
Damn, dude.
I literally brought kratom to the allergist to test it on me, to like do the allergy test. And they're like, we don't think it's kratom, but you may have had a cross allergy between kratom and something else. And I'm like, kratom and shrimps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lean would be the tick. So do they now like make lean just for drinking and not like its original codeine and intent? I think they do nowadays
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever people say purple drink, like they kind of like refer to it, but they know that it's not.
It's not the okay.
Yeah.
I've
Like
seen
it's kind of implied. It depends on, it's contextual, I think.
right.
It's like purple drink could be like literally grape soda in certain circumstances. Like if you're at the deli or something, like you're not gonna be saying, "Oh yeah, let's get some lean or something." Like you're gonna be like, "All right, I want a grape soda," or like I don't know, just random. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say purple drink at Daiso, like fucking. Oh yeah, purple drink at Daiso for me is just the grape flavored ramen. So.
All right. I never tried lean. I think I want to like really get into it at least just to see what it's about.
You want to try some lean? You want to let's do some lean.
All right, I'm down. Fucking get the lean on.
Get a lean on it. Lean on. That's a good song.
I'm sure I
Right.
could find like really good sources of like info too for like the best way and best sources. Like I'm pretty sure I know people. I'm 100% I know people who would like be able to help me.
You got a lean connect.
Not even a connect, just yeah. I could.
Lean
I could
plug?
even, you know what? Fine. Yeah.
Lean plug.
I could even call him plug. Yeah.
That's our new band name, Lean Plug.
Lean plug. No. Oh my god. I saw a really good band name recently. I think it was Headroom. That's like a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. That's
And
cool.
my other friend was like telling me, he's like, I thought of a really stupid band name, the Sniffles. And I'm like, fuck you, man. I hated that.
The sniffle.
The Sniffles. Yeah, fuck the Sniffles.
God already knows.
Oh yeah. Spawns a whole new genre. Sniff rock, sniffcore.
Sniffcore.
Sniffcore. Ugh. Terrible.
I wonder what microwave would sound like. I think about that sometimes.
Absolutely horrid.
Microwave.
Yeah. I'm really glad that it's Passover and I got a day off and I spent it doing this shit. It's
I
definitely
didn't know
good.
that you had a day off. Like I feel like I've only like actually like crashed like on days that you had off.
Oh
like-
no. Well, yeah, I think so, conveniently enough.
Huh.
But yeah, it's fine. I mean, I just think the holiday Passover. It's a pretty somber holiday, if I recall correctly. I don't know if it's like supposedly like a festive day or a festive period. I mean, I'm just completely ignorant.
I feel like it's like festive eventually.
Oh really?
I think so. I don't know. I feel like I should know. I feel like we should both know.
Probably. I just don't care.
Yeah, I cared if like I had to teach it to the kids, but like beyond that, I never got into it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fucking, there are comments, but I don't know where they're posted from, and I can't see them, but I don't want to. I'm not gonna bother looking at it.
Oh, it's captions.
Oh yeah, I know. That's like one of the best parts about it. Like when I'm like looking at the live streams from the book, it captions us.
Oh shit.
And you know what? It's been getting better at it. That's the scary part. It's been getting better at fucking captioning the things we say.
I had no idea that captions was a thing, like on.
Oh, you mean live
stuff.
captioning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like on here, on the stream thing.
Yeah, it even censors us. Like when I try to say like fuck,
Yeah, I
fuckity
saw
fuck.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want us.
What?
It doesn't want to caption the dirty words, the
I
naughty
had no
words.
idea because like when I stream, I don't talk. I just doodle and
Oh
then I listen
shit!
to music.
Yo, I got a very Asian question for you.
All right.
Do you like anime?
No,
Not at all.
a little bit.
All right. What are some shows that you like? Series.
Well, the last one that I was into was literally My Hero Academia because that's where I left off.
Okay.
I fell out with Attack on Titan.
Yeah, fuck that show. I hate that show.
I like more of the slice of life funny stuff.
I love the slice of life stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the slice of life funny stuff.
Hells yeah.
I didn't see the second season of Devils as a part-timer or whatever, but I liked the first one. So I feel like I pretty much like kind of that stuff.
The
Really.
devil is a part-timer.
Yeah, like something that's kind of like slice of lifey and like silly at the same time is kind of my vibe.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, yeah, I would watch the fucking. Did you ever hear of a manga series / anime series called Nana?
Yeah.
That shit got me hooked. But then like I thought about it like as a grown adult, like I reflected on that series and I was like, that was a dumb fucking series.
I
Like,
don't know if you know Soup. Do you know Soup? Olga
No.
Shlogovitova?
no.
She used to be part of a crew in Tonneville, but she was the person who first mentioned Nana to me, and she was like, "You should read this. It's so great." And like, she had the entire series, like she had the shelf and everything.
Cool.
I remember that. So that was the first.
Yo, someone I forgot who, but they recommended to me that as a music producer, I should go out to like high school talent shows or some shit and like to find talent and be like, yo, I'll be your producer.
Oh,
I'll
word.
fucking I was like,
That's so funny.
that's like I feel like that would be so effective, but it sounds so
Actually,
predatory. Like, what you
No,
fu-
it's interesting because I kind of had like a similar thought, but like with just like setting up like a table at Union Square and just being like, hey, do you want to collab with me?
yeah.
Take this thing that I'm just doodling on by myself and then work on it.
Yeah.
I'll start a new one, give it back to me whenever you want, and like I'll just finish it off and I'll post it with your Instagram. And I feel like that would be a good way for people to get visibility while also boosting visibility for myself.
Nice.
Yeah, so I might do something like that. I feel like it's not. I don't think it would be predatory. It depends on like how you approach it. Really.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really honestly like I keep thinking about all this shit and I'm like I just want to get better at what I do at this point, like because I've gotten to like such a extent where it's I could put me behind any DAW as long as I got good enough monitor speakers and I could listen to what I'm doing and I have all the tools I need, like all the plugins, all the hardware. Then I could pretty much make whatever I fucking want.
Yeah.
And now it's like, all right, so then what do I want to make? And put a lot of thought into that too. Because, you know, when you can do, like, different things, I guess, it's like, what do you really want to commit to? Because I have to commit to something. And I kind of just like the electro sound, you know? I would love if we did more synth-wavy shit.
You want to be like churches? You want to be like Traverches? Purity Ring?
I didn't even see, like I said, like, this is
Fantastic.
why I don't want to listen to music. Because the minute I describe, like, you know, any kind of sound, it's like, I'm going to start thinking in, like, bands and shit. I was like, I don't want to do that.
It's really funny because I never want to, like, anytime, like if I was ever posed the question of what are your influences, I would never be able to answer it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to compare myself to other artists in that
And also,
regard.
and between like the Circle Cat stuff, like when I say like I want to make more synthwave stuff, like 1 or 2 tracks, and I'll just be over. I'll be like, all right, I want to try this next. You know, like I'll probably end up.
I usually say, like, for my art stuff, it's just jazz. Like, that's my thing, is like everything's fucking jazz. Like,
Cool.
literally whatever you choose to do in your life is fucking jazz, as long as it's like
It's
you're
jazz.
fucking deciding it.
Yeah, that's what they
much.
mean by being jazzy,
It's
living a
all
jazzy
fucking
lifestyle.
jazz, you know?
All right.
Yeah, so I would hope to achieve jazziness
Jazziness.
in
Yeah.
my lifetime.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you know your standards, and then you deviate from the standards.
Yeah.
You put your own take on it. Okay, I get it. That's a cool metaphor. It's very jazzy.
Everything's a remix of everything else, but you got to make it your own.
Yeah, for sure. I think I got this. I know exactly what to do. I have a very clear set of ideas that I just, you know, have yet to execute. And once I execute them, then I'll know if it works or not. And if it doesn't work, I can just throw it away. And the ones that do work, I can keep and then just go on with the next idea.
It's all damage control, my guy.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh man, I've been listening to so many like interviews and podcasts that feature the guy Rick Rubin. I fucking love him. He's such a cool dude.
I know him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not by name or even face,
Yeah.
but if you know of his work, like you've heard a bunch of shit that was produced by him, probably.
Okay.
Straight up.
Word.
And he's got like a huge, diverse portfolio, which is cool. You know,
Mm-hmm.
shows you got range.
Shows you got jazz in you.
Yeah. Yeah. Shows I got jazz. I guess also, I've always wanted to make stuff like with a lot of energy.
Yeah.
You know, stuff you could play to a huge crowd, and you know the whole crowd would like feel it. That's like
I'm feeling kind of yelly today. So So maybe I won't be mopey.
Maybe.
So maybe we'll make a banger.
Yo, the first time I recorded music, I got in trouble here. In this apartment, it was Brendan,
Oh,
because
yeah.
Brendan was playing an acoustic cover
Mhm.
of some fucking Kurt Cobain bullshit,
Yeah.
and he was like screaming out the lyrics, and then the neighbors
Mm-hmm.
upstairs. It was so loud and so bad, where like they complained about it to the super and everything, and like I was so angry at Brendan. I was like, what were you thinking? Like, have you never
How
done this
dare
before?
you.
And he was like, rock and roll, man. And I was like, ugh. It's like, it was
Rock and roll McDonald's.
such a bitter moment. I was like, fuck rock and roll. Like,
I've been I've been like constantly levitating back to rock and roll and like classic rock shit.
yeah.
Fuck.
I'd want access to like a regular drummer. That would be nice.
I wonder, are there any drummers out there?
I mean, there's a few, but every drummer is going to be involved in like multiple projects. Because
That is true, because there's a drummer demand.
always. What I could do, I mean, that's just another thing. Like, I don't know if I want to fucking commit to it, but I could get an electric drum set
Mm-hmm.
and just practice on that. You know, cook up something.
Yeah.
But then again, like, I don't want to play drums. I can't play drums in this. Like, there's so much
Yeah.
shit I need to do.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really funny because I used to, when I was younger, when I was young and naive, funny, I wanted to sing and play drums at the same time because I thought that would be so badass.
no, it's not. It's not. It's not.
Play the electric kazoo with a bunch of loop pedals or something, you know.
You really should just fucking get a guitar, and I'll teach you a couple of basic chords. I'll teach you all the chords, and they're very simple.
I had a guitar before. I just like I needed lessons. It's just like I can't teach myself. My parents tasked me with the scenario of teaching myself guitar
Nah,
when I
see-
had ADHD undiagnosed.
See, but now you have such a fast lane to learning because you have someone to actually jam with
Yeah,
regularly, and
that's true.
that is like the true way.
You know what I haven't heard about in a while though is ukulele. I feel like it died off.
Good, for good
I
reason.
think it's really funny.
Fuck the
like,
ukulele.
I totally have not thought about the ukulele in so long.
Fuck the ukulele,
Dude, what the hell? I literally just remember that ukuleles existed. Like,
I
that's
wish
so
I didn't.
strange. I'm so sorry. I'm
No, it's
so
all good. It's
sorry.
all good. I'm just joking mostly, but yeah. Fuck.
Oh yeah. The last ukulele. Do you know the last ukulele I had encountered?
What?
COVID. Jeremy's ukulele.
No, I mean it's not even anyone I know personally. It's just like
I haven't thought about ukulele since then though.
no. I mean I just never liked it when it came up in like in media.
cheesy.
Like yeah, it's cheesy.
It's cheesy.
But you know what? All right, how about this? To their credit, to reality's credit, if someone were to pull out a ukulele just in real life, I'll be okay with it. I'll be like,
Yeah.
cool, ukulele, nice, not bad. I don't mind this. But if it's a motherfucker like like that I have to listen to like in a television show
No,
or
John Mayer playing on a ukulele. If that happened, I would be like, I'm out.
yeah. John Mayer's actually a good guitarist.
I do like John Mayer, but
Yeah.
if he's playing a ukulele and singing his shit, I'm out. I cannot handle both at the same time.
Yeah, but if I saw that in real life, I would be so jazzed. I'll be like, holy shit, John Mayer's in front of me playing the ukulele.
Yeah, if it was actually John Mayer, then I'd be like, oh hell yeah. But if it was anybody else, fuck that.
Yeah.
If it was like John Mayer on a ukulele.
Damn. You know, it's almost like if you no matter who you are, if you're involved with music, you kind of have to be like at least a little bit of a fuck boy to get anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Because then no one's gonna take you seriously. They're just gonna like want to walk all over you. But like if
But,
you're
but I feel like things are getting softer now. Like people are getting more empathetic in regards to
yeah,
like,
but no matter, but
musicians.
it's like, all right, this is when I asked before. I was like, are you, do you have an aversion to like people judging you? And like I didn't say that then, but now I'll say like honestly, my take is that shit is unavoidable. No matter what
Yeah.
you do, where you are, and that sounds like very distressing and anxiety.
Oh no, I know about that. Oh, I absolutely fucking know.
But
It's
I'm like, honestly, the only people's judgment who really matters are the people who's also doing shit. And most of the time, if you look around, most people aren't really doing anything. So even
Yeah.
if they do judge, it's like as long as you're doing something, you're kind of like already like.
And people will always post about when they're doing stuff, not when they're not doing stuff. So
Oh,
like,
I don't even really consider that. It's just like.
it's just a lot of doing stuff and like a lot of not doing stuff.
Well, isn't that what life is
Doing
all
stuff
about? Like,
not doing stuff.
I mean, life really is generally about doing stuff. If you're not doing stuff, then like, you atrophy and you die.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that either. I'm not saying there's any right
Dying
or wrong.
is chill.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's
Dying's
any.
whatever.
Like, you know, like those what is it? Those Buddhist monks in history who've like literally meditated in a tree trunk and fused together with the tree. I'm like, that's a little insane, but whatever. Fucking, you know, if that's his thing, if that's his path, it's his path. Like, who am I to say you're wrong for doing that?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was you know, that was.
I might be offended though. I don't know.
Offended at what?
Just offended.
Offended? Oh, at being judged?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Like, you can't take it personally.
How dare you? How dare you perceive me? Is what they say on the internet apparently.
I mean, all right. Let's say like a room full of 10 people saw you sing, and like they all judged you, but only 2 of those people in the whole room actually were singers. Whose judgment would you really give a shit about? You know, give a shit about in that scenario?
I would give a shit more about the singers. But,
Exactly,
Like, I
so-
don't even honestly. If we're just all singers, I feel like I shouldn't be judged.
But
I feel like I would have a harder time with knowing there are more non-singers in the crowd than there are singers.
because usually if they actually did do it, they would be less harsh about
Yeah.
it too. I mean, yeah, that's also something.
But that's also like that's what I realized. Like with Kyle and stuff. Like he's in the comedy scene, and it's like it's pretty much everybody knows each other really, and it's like they just acknowledge that they exist, and like I feel like that's kind of the vibe that I would want to, like, kind of foster if it came to singing.
doesn't even have to go that far. Honestly, these days, music, like, I feel like music creators and groups or whatever, they could just exist in their own little fucking world. Like, and like, you know, and there's actually some merit to that, but I don't know if I'd necessarily want that or one or the other, but I know that that's like, that could be done. They literally just generate their own fucking reality, and some of it's fucked up. Some of these realities are not pleasant, like, pleasant little
Yeah.
bubble worlds, you know, some of them are just
Oh yeah. For
terrible.
Sure.
But others, you know, like, it is what it is, I guess, right?
Yep. It is what it is. This is what it is.
So I don't know. I mean,
Oh God, my other alarm to wake up.
shit. That's a less basic alarm than your first one. Did you purposely make them like different?
For some weird reason, I don't remember if they're even the same or if they're different, because I just don't pay attention to it. I just need to wake up.
Right, right.
Yeah, but it doesn't. What time is it right now? Yeah, this is like my last alarm to wake up for work,
Cool.
I think.
But you're off these days, right?
Yeah, I'm only working half the time now because I'm taking class, which is cool. And then I'm eventually gonna quit because fuck Amazon.
Yeah, you don't like working for Jeff Bezos?
I don't even I stayed at Amazon because it was consistent and there was health and dental benefits.
Yeah.
I originally needed dental benefits and then I needed health benefits because I wanted to figure out my rash stuff. But that didn't happen because I was just being jerked around. So I just kind of am over having health insurance and paying all this money for no reason. So I'm gonna go without health insurance for a while.
Cool.
So if any of you guys want to like inflict undue suffering upon me, you can like break my leg.
Dude, when you don't have health insurance.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I don't have health insurance, come and break my leg and then send me into my misery.
If you're not going to invest in health insurance, then you should invest in like kung fu instead.
I think I want to start climbing again.
Okay.
Yeah, I miss climbing with my climbing partner.
Very nice.
Yeah, and I feel like I need to stretch out. I feel like I'm shrinking. I need to stretch. Oh yeah, my climbing partner's literally 10 years older than me, and she is trying so hard to stay youthful. And I commend her for that so hard. And she's giving me all these pointers
Cool.
and things to look out for. So
That's your.
it's kind of like I'm trying to keep myself as limber as possible so that I don't end up as a potato in a nursing home, you know?
Yeah, that's your physical hobby. It's climbing. For me, it's biking. I was just telling. I was hanging with Justino Bambino last night, and I was telling him, I was like, you know, you just got to keep your. No, I think I was hanging with Brendan. That's who it was. I was like, you got to keep your bodies active, you know. That's why like that you see the Asian old ladies and they
Yeah,
insist
they're
on,
all doing their tai chi, and
or they
then they're
insist
like
on
stretching
like,
on the playground.
yeah, they insist on working the garden, or
They want to stay active. They want to keep their minds and their bodies just kind of like active, so they don't like atrophy pretty much.
yeah, it's important.
Yeah,
If you don't do that, you die.
it's really cool in Hong Kong. Like they actually have like playgrounds specifically for the elderly to do that. Like
Yeah.
they all have exercise areas. They have like walking, jogging tracks just around the entire thing. It's super cool.
In Japan, by law, like every business and school has to like has to hold like a daily congregation where they do like daily exercises before the school / work day.
Oh wow.
It's called Taiso, and you know, like you do the synchronized movements, like each these yeah,
okay,
and then
okay,
while
okay.
the music is playing, it's so funny. But like every martial
like
arts
OK
school does
Go.
it. Yeah, everybody, all the schools fucking do it, and yeah, it's really funny. I've seen it in movies and shit. Yeah, like Battle Royale.
But oh yeah, I remember that. You know, it's really funny. When I first saw Battle Royale, I thought it was a black and white movie because on my, I think I had VLC. I had it on black and white for some stupid ass reason. I think I was like speed running like Leaf Green or some shit like that.
That's mad funny.
Yeah, and then I just never changed it back. So I watched the entirety of Battle Royale in black and white, and that was the first time I saw it, and it was just so strange.
Jesus Christ.
Like it felt like an episode of Black Mirror, honestly.
Yo, you're like this is the second time in a row that show was like, what's it called? That show was fucking,
Mentioned.
yeah. It was mentioned in the episode that I recorded recently because I was asking Bren, I was like, how would you feel about technology where it's like, imagine like we both had like cyber brains or whatever, and we connected using a device where it's like any physical sensation upon me, like you could feel it and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like that would be insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think people would like really get into that shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But then I was also like, he was talking about the dangers of it. Like
it's like sex suits for the real world.
he was also, and then the way he put it though kind of scared me. He was like, I wouldn't trust anyone who wouldn't be willing to do that with me.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't trust a single person who wouldn't be. I was like, all right, I'll just connect because
Yeah.
you know, like that's the only
But
way.
you always ever have like intrusive thoughts and shit like that.
Of course,
it's
yeah.
Just, like kind of like you have to be mentally prepared for that kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah, so then what I said, all right, so then what if it kind of creates like this weird network, right, where two people connect, and suddenly they once they've connected, they have that psychic bond. But then they also bring another person, and then they both connect, and then suddenly it's like a three-way thing, and then they bring another person, and it creates like this hive mind, and it's like you either connect once.
Hive mind, you mean orgy?
No, it's like, but seriously, it's like this vast network of connections, and it's
Yeah.
like, that would be so scary.
It would be.
That would be like an episode of
It would be a doom orgy cloud.
Oh my god, would you fight it? I would fight against it. I'd be like, no, I'm not participating.
I'd be one with the orgy.
No, it would be so scary because like people would be like, come on, you gotta try
Oh
it. It's
my
like it's
God.
great. It is. Once you go, you never go back. Like, I'm like, no, thank you. Like, it's so funny.
Once you go cloud, you gotta say it out loud.
But that would be like a crazy like singularity event. You know
Yeah.
that would be like some Neon Genesis.
That's a good
event.
hashtag though. Hashtag singularity event. I'm waiting for that.
No, I would. See,
Hashtag singularity event.
I would not.
Amazing.
I would not participate. I would be like, no, thank you. Because I just like my individuality, you know. And I know it's like
singularity event though.
I know it's primitive of me to just like be an individualist, but I think there's more art to be gained being an individualist than being a collectivist.
Yeah.
And that's just me. Like, I'm creative, too creative to be like stifled. I mean, I'll follow the rules. That doesn't mean like I'm just this infinite rebel or barbarian. Like,
I almost joined an anarchist art collective that's trying to open up trying to establish a religion.
yeah. See, I'm not about that.
Recently.
I don't believe in complete anarchy.
I felt like I could have been a part of it, but I decided that I had too many obligations already, and I respect their their decisions and stuff like that, and like what they're trying to do. But I don't have that kind of like time or commitment for that.
I just
So-
can't respect like a fucking. I just can't respect like an extremist mentality. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, no, it was interesting because like I was trying to like I still give them input. Like that's what I told them. I was like, I would love to be more involved in this group, but I feel like I'll like passively like just like put in my input, see if there's anything that you guys might be able to do better, like foster some kind of like just like get the ball rolling pretty much like on certain ideas, just like help them out a little bit. Because I don't feel like I can fully immerse myself in something like that.
I think human development is always precipitated on this like constant struggle between two mentalities, being like individualist, long-term genetic lineage, prosperity building, or the no, this is not working out, this current reality, no, we got to change things right now. We need more communist shit. We need more socialist collectivist thinking because things are not okay. So the only way humans develop is not if we go with one or the other. The only way humanity has been developing is if we're constantly in the struggle between both mentalities.
The gas.
Yeah.
It's
Infinite
the
war.
storm,
It's the infinite conflict.
It's the storm clouds.
Yep.
it's the shoom of the fronts, you know? Like that's the projection really.
Yeah, so that's what really keeps our development going.
Yeah.
And it brings and that's the struggling gas that like that constant combustion that propels us all through these phases. Like first we start with like what? We learned how to fly, you know? Then we learned how to like live longer. We learned how to like cure diseases. So
Yeah.
now we're basically getting to a point where we're trying to figure out how to live forever.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of modern medicine, is to prolong death.
Yeah, but you know, you guys got to figure out water first. Just
But
saying.
look,
No, water is fucked.
Look,
man.
aside from that, like, you know what the problem is? What's scary is we're probably going to figure out how to indefinitely prolong life before we figure out how to like sustain our water supply. You know, like, so I bet you like it's because technology.
No, it's because people are selfish in that regard.
But it's also like technology is like that's the technological singularity point where
Yeah.
it gets to a point where it advances so fast. There's no way anyone's going to slow it down. There's
so-
no way anyone's going to prevent like these these medical discoveries from coming one after the other.
Yeah, the thing is though, like, it's just me and like I'm like taking this new class or whatever, but it's just like, yeah, like I've just been thinking about, oh fuck, like the reality is actually hitting me now where we're going to be at like max capacity for population like the next 20, 30 years.
Oh,
and
hells
there
yeah,
is
yeah.
going to be a fucking drought.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like there's going to be a fucking worldwide ass fucking drought. And
Yeah,
if
'cause
we
we
don't
have
get
a-
over that hump, we're fucked.
Because we have a short supply of potable water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like pretty much we got to figure that shit out before we figure out how to live forever, you know?
Or you could just invest a shit ton in fresh water futures and just be set.
Or like I feel like, I mean, I feel like everybody has been thinking about like just fucking trying to desalinate water or whatever and stuff like that. But it's just we got to figure this out fast, you know? Like it's. I feel like.
Okay, so here's what's really likely going to happen, right? The fact is, our individual lifespans are going to keep getting longer and longer, and our resources, like necessary resources like fresh water, is just going to keep dwindling, right?
Yeah.
So what does that eventually lead to? Too many people, not enough resources. It's going to lead to
Yeah.
mass warfare, like
Yep.
World War III, basically.
So we're gonna shoot.
Yep. And so once World War III happens, especially in this day and age, once World War III happens, our population is going to be
Yeah, we'll be gone. So whatever.
No. I don't think we're not going to be completely gone. There's going to
We're
be
not gonna be completely
there's going to be like 1 million of us left. 1 million humans left, and they're all going to be basically like virtually.
They're all gonna fuck.
Well, they're gonna be living in a utopia because the last 1 million people alive.
Yo, that's never gonna happen. No, there is no such thing as a fucking YouTube. Everything
no.
eventually crumbles into a
No, but think about it
dystopia,
this way: like,
so-
if there were at least 1 million people left after World War III, they're gonna come together and they're gonna be like, "Yo, we made a lot of mistakes, and this is our one chance to
Yeah,
stop."
but you like it really depends on like what industries are going to be filled after all this too. It's like what kind of skill set do all these people have? Like,
Well, 1
it's
million
just, like,
people, there's enough, and
it's-
also there's going to be plenty
Are
of
you
records.
sure? Like, cause like I don't know.
So
Like,
you're
it
saying we're
really-
gonna be in the dark ages, like after
like
that?
we're going to be set back a lot.
You
But
think so?
it's going to build up based off of who survives. And depending, like, I mean, we can kind of figure out who survives based off of just kind of like sustainable jobs and stuff
Or
like
class,
that.
like,
And-
you know, like
and
they already
class,
have them
like-
selected, you know,
yeah,
a long
stuff
time
like that.
ago.
But it's a lot of shit. It's
Yeah.
like it's like a fucking domino effect in that regard. Like,
Cool.
yeah, no, it's crazy to think. I hate it. I fucking hate it. These are the rabbit holes that I go into all the time. So yeah, I hate it.
See, I don't really get bothered by it.
Oh no, I hate it so much.
I think I find it interesting. But that being
It
said,
is interesting. I just hate thinking about it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I have fun thinking about this shit. Like, I enjoy it. I don't know. Anyway, it was fun having you on the show, Bo. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Cool. Maybe could do another one.
All right. Hell
Alright,
yeah.
cool.
I'd be down.
See you guys.
See ya. Oh, fuck, man. I was too hot for that.